In these two clips, I'm cutting out some 12mm plywood, which will act as the main pillar for each step. So once I'd cut all the individual pillars out, I glued all the steps together. Okay, so now I've fixed the tallest pillar to the upper floor of the tiny house, and I've managed to secure the second tallest one with a clamp, as you can see, and I'm just measuring where I should put the supporting part of the underside of the steps. So I've got the cut-offs from the 12mm plywood, and I'm securing it in place with wood glue, and also I'm screwing it. Unfortunately, the drill bit I have here is a really cheap one you get with a box of screws, so I'm going to have to continue screwing them in tomorrow when I hopefully get my Makita drill bits. And then for these two, I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm marking where the next supporting bit of plywood is going to go, and then I'm going to glue it on and then screw it on. Here are the steps so far. Some of the cuts are a bit off, but I think one of the things I plan to do with the stairs is to try and cover up all this kind of plywood. So I think I plan at some point to get some kind of nice wood, maybe some live edge wood, cut it and sand it all down to shape, which will replace this and the gaps. These gaps, which I didn't factor in once I glued, to strengthen the steps, I glued in a piece of wood here to make them stronger, but in doing so I didn't add them into my kind of calculations, which is why I now have gaps there, and so on. But it's looking okay so far. Gonna do the final two steps, and then the plan is to build some kind of pantry pull-out drawer. It's taken me a while to get to this point, just because I have been, I guess, procrastinating, working, and just because I think before I start anything new in the tiny house, like anything in life, you kind of hesitate and stall. And with this, even though I cut all the parts and I glued them all, as you've seen in previous videos, I hadn't got around to doing it. And then I had 2 days off, and I thought, right, I'm going to do this. I need to get a new drill bit for my impact driver. Yeah, I got some new tools, which is so awesome to say. Drill bit on here is pants. So I haven't been able to screw these in as far as I'd like, but I'm going to get a new one tomorrow. I'm glad this is making progress. I'm so grateful for this stove in winter. It's made work in the tiny house so much easier. So as you can see, I've managed to screw in the rest of the boards, and now I need to do this lower half. But before I fix it all together, I thought I would have a go at doing the pull-out pantry drawer. So it's going to be fixed on 2 sets of wheels, and it's going to have some runners on the inside of the So I was satisfied with the bottom. So the next step is to put the 2 pillows either side. Bear in mind I'm just making this up as I go along and hoping it works. So to fix both sides in, I've secured them with wood glue, and also I'm putting extra screws in to make them strong. I haven't worked out where all the shelves are going to go at this point, but I'm securing the bottom and the top just so it kind of gives it some more stability. So my next step is to then secure it in with the runners. So far so good. So I did experiment where to put the runners, like to put it at the bottom and the top or halfway. So it's actually quite late. Well, I say it's late, it's not. It's about 6:20 in the evening, but it's really dark outside. So my little pantry pull-out drawer is getting there slowly. I think I'm going to have to trim a bit off the bottom shelf because it's starting to catch. It's like one little groove on the side of the plywood, so I need to trim that back. Hopefully once I've done that, and if I make sure the other shelves I put in are clearance, hopefully it should be okay. I'm going to put another shelf between there, and then I'm going to put that one back in there, and then I might leave that open for now for the option of putting one in later. But once I've done this, I can then rebuild the stairs and secure it all in place, which sounds pretty good to say. This is quite fiddly. Well, I should probably just walk up these stairs, shouldn't I? Okay, so I've got the camera angle, but I'm gonna walk up these and see how it goes. When all of this collapses. So it needs a few things adding here and there, but it feels quite solid. Where I can, I put brackets into the wall studs, which has helped a lot. And I'm going to put some more brackets towards the bottom, but it's all there. So this will be my pantry door, which, as long as I haven't altered anything majorly whilst fitting the stairs, it was working before. This, I'll put long, bulky items. Now I guess maybe coats, maybe a motorbike jacket. In there, it's going to be that table because it folds down and it fits in there quite nicely. And in the others, I don't really know what I'll fit, we'll see. There's that little area and that one there.